what is the difference between humanity and spirituality? And is there a difference? Do they overlap? Do they encompass one another? And why is there such a prevalence of the idea of humanity on one side and spirituality on the other? What's really, really interesting and very remarkable is that Allah SWT, when He speaks about the prophets and the messengers in the Quran, He identifies them as human beings. He identifies them as human beings. لَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ رَسُولٌ مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ عَزِيزٌ عَلَيْهِ مَا عَنِتُّمْ حَرِيصٌ عَلَيْكُمْ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَءُوفٌ رَحِيمٌ. It describes them as being empathetic, as being merciful, as being caring, as being kind and generous and compassionate, right? So it always frames them in terms of their humanity. And like it talks about the Prophet ﷺ, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. There's the ultimate example and role model for all of you, completely embedded within the Prophet ﷺ. So today we are dealing with this contradiction, this paradox of either I can be a religious person, i.e. a spiritual person, or I can just practice my humanity. There seems to be a gap and a difference there. That feeling bad for someone just because they're struggling and suffering is a human reaction, but that isn't necessarily rooted within spirituality, and that's completely false. What I would venture to say, and what I would like to suggest, is spirituality is encompassing of our humanity. It is inclusive of our humanity and then more, because then it invokes the divine. And it connects us to something greater than ourselves. But it absolutely is rooted within our humanity. Some of the most basic human impulses and basic human ideas, like just feeling compassion for another creature, feeling somebody else's pain, wanting to hug somebody when you see them cry, getting teared up when you see somebody else in pain, when you're eating something and someone else looks at you to just kind of share it and push it forward with them. Like these very basic human impulses, they are so deeply rooted within our spiritual tradition that it's remarkable. The Prophet ﷺ said, طَعَامُ الْوَاحِدِ يَكْفِي إِثْنَيْنِ. Food for one is enough for two. The Prophet ﷺ talked about empathy and feeling somebody else's pain. The Prophet ﷺ talked about smiling in your brother's face as a type of sadaqah, charity. Like, what is this? This is very basic. Smile at a child and watch that child smile back at you. Right? And so this is a very problematic notion today that is very prevalent in the Muslim community, but we have to correct this and understand that our spirituality is actually inclusive and rooted within our humanity.